doctor.
Vital, now in a brand new pack.
Remember how we learned as children not to snack before a meal for fear of spoiling your appetite? Well, it's time to forget that old rule and unlearn it. We're going to buck the trend, because if you feel hungry between meals, eat a healthy snack to avoid overeating during your next meal. So go ahead, spoil your appetite. It is good for you. Chamendran and Andrea have a few more ideas.
When McDonald's decided to decrease its portion size a few years back, they were lauded by dieticians across the world, citing the term portion distortion as one of the main causes of the obesity epidemic, affecting developed and increasingly developing nations. But what does portion distortion mean exactly? Well, did you know that the average plate size has gone up by 36%? This means that we do not only eat more at a sitting, but this happens roughly 3 times a day, and could increase our daily kilojoule by 108%. A very alarming increase. Wouldn't you say, Andrea?
Definitely. I mean, if you look at these plate sizes, this is your 1960 plate size, and this is what we're currently using. And I mean,
this is obviously what they're serving at restaurants nowadays.
Yes. So it's no wonder that if you look at the obesity statistics in South Africa, currently 56% of women and 29% of men are classified clinically obese, which is really alarming. And naturally, it's due to excessive food intake.
The problem comes in the fact that the receptors in our stomach, which when distended tell our brain that our tummies are full, gradually get used to stretching more and more the more we eat. And this means that we do not actually notice the gradual increase in portion sizes over a period of time. But it's not just plate sizes, is it?
No, I mean, if you look at these 2 glasses typically found in any household, a small glass like that filled with fruit juice already is equivalent to eating 2 fruits because of how concentrated fruit juice is. So I think if somebody drinks a glass of juice like this, they would hardly realize that they've just consumed the equivalent of 4 fruits.
So let's tackle some of the facts with regards to dining out and takeaways in general before we hit what we eat at home.
Now, if you look at dining out and takeaways, I often see people enjoying their pizza, and I wonder if they realize that the average pizza contains between 5,000 and 7,000 kilojoules, which is almost already your total daily allowance for energy, which is just too much.
But I guess a lot of what we eat is actually done at home. So what are some of the pitfalls that we are facing at home?
I think, once again, looking at starches, pasta is a very concentrated starch. So we've got a nice plate of pasta here, which I think is too much for the average person. So I'd like to see, what is your portion of pasta if you'd like to dish up for yourself?
I would like to dish because I'm starved today.
Okay. Okay, that's looking good.
Okay. How's that?
No. I think you should have that one. That would be a good size portion of pasta.
I could eat a horse today, though, hey?
Well, I think you need to go running after the show then.
But pasta isn't the only starch that South Africans love.
No.
South Africans love potatoes, bread and rice. What about
definitely. If you look at the typical South African meal with rice and potatoes, if you look at a cup of rice, if we look at that sort of portion, that's quite a generous portion, but what you still see is people adding potato. Now, if we look at just these 2 starches on this plate, each of them already is equivalent to about 4 slices of bread.
So this is about 8 slices then?
That's correct. So if you're trying to lose weight, it's good to try and reduce your intake of starches. And if you already have rice, try not to add your starchy veg like potato, sweet potato, corn and peas.
Or no chip sandwiches or chip Gatsby's, I suppose.
Definitely not, no chips.
But now here's a little stickler of mine. What about snacks?
You know, we know that it's good to snack, but that is not a healthy snack because they're deep-fried potato chips. I think I've got a healthier option for you. Some mini rice cakes are made with brown rice. They're not fried, low in fat, and very healthy.
And we can never have too many healthy snacks, can we? Now, considering all of this information, I think it's safe to say that we have come up with a few choice preventative measures to keep you from falling victim to portion distortion and getting back on the healthy diet track. And this is what any dietitian, like Andrea, would tell you. Use smaller glasses, cups, plates, and serving spoons. Share meals. Eat slowly. Don't eat in front of the television. Don't serve from the table, as it makes it easier to have seconds. Small changes that make a big difference. Justine knows all about that too.
Vital, now in a brand new pack.
I want to live the best life.